In this video, I'm going to teach you what embedded commands are, how they work, and how to use them. Now, before we begin, you may be familiar with the concepts of your unconscious mind. Perhaps you've heard things like, it's always listening, taking care of everything that is important for you to go about living your life happily, healthily, and so forth. From breathing to digestion, from dreaming to sleeping, your unconscious mind takes care of millions of processes every day. While your conscious mind is right here, listening to me, and it's totally aware of everything that I'm saying. When you have a conversation with yourself, that's your conscious mind at work. Kinda cool, isn't it? But here's the thing. There's no such thing as an unconscious mind or a conscious mind.
What?
You heard that right. These are descriptions. They are not empirical, but we use the words of conscious and unconscious to describe various processes at work. So what exactly is an embedded command then? An embedded command is a form of covert suggestion that, as its name suggests, is embedded within a larger communication or content. In fact, there were several examples in the introduction to this video I just gave you, but more on that in a moment. For now, the first thing, if you want to get good with embedded commands, it's easy. Remember, there isn't some place you're trying to lodge a suggestion. Rather, you're looking to present your suggestions in a covert or non-overt way, so a person's conscious mind doesn't screw things up. Sometimes it's better to be overt in your communication and just come right out and say it. And other times it can be more useful to be subtle. So in the introduction to this video, I use several embedded commands, such as embedded commands. Use them now. Your unconscious is always listening. Living your life healthily, happily, dreaming to sleeping. Your unconscious is at work. And then just a moment ago, I said, get good with embedded commands, it's easy. So you see, even in this very tight communication, it's possible to pack several embedded commands in. Here's the process on how you do this. 1. Figure out what is it you want to say or prime in another person's mind. Write it out. It could be something like, you're going to enjoy this course, or learning can happen quickly. Next, 2. Figure out what kind of wrapper you're going to use to deliver the embedded commands. In this case, I created the context of an introduction and talking about two concepts within which I embedded my suggestions. 3. Choose your method for marking out the commands or suggestions. There are lots of ways to do this. I chose to change my tempo and reduce my tone when I was marking out suggestions for your unconscious mind to pick up on. 4. If this is your first time using embedded commands, practice delivering the suggestions within your wrapper story with friends and others who are not going to really give a hoot or care if you 5. Once you've got it down, use it for real, in real context, in terms of intended context that you want to get the outcome, and notice how you get on. There are many other ways that you can mark out embedded commands. You can, for example, put a pause right before the command that you intend to deliver. As I mentioned, you can change tone. You can make a non-verbal anchor like moving your hand. Now, obviously that's quite obvious, but you can do it in more discreet ways. You can look in one person's eye, a particular eye, consistently when you deliver a message. As I say, there are many ways, but for now I want you to just focus on the one that I've given you, which is changing your tempo and slightly reducing your voice tone in a downward inflection. Oh, and by the way, one last thing. I know you're probably going to ask this, so I'll answer it now. How many times do you need to embed a suggestion in order for it to work? That's a fair question. And remember, 2 things. 1, there isn't a somewhere deep you are looking to stick anything. What you're looking to do is impart a pattern of thoughts and suggestions on your listener. For some people, they may pick it up in 3 and 4 suggestions. For others, it may take 10 or 12. It will vary. One of the most famous hypnotists ever, Milton Erickson, once said he wasn't concerned with how many times he had to say it. Was it once, 2, or 3 times that he would embed a suggestion? Rather, he would say it in multiple forms and multiple ways until he got the result that he wanted. So it's going to vary from person to person. And lastly, I know you're probably going to ask, how do I know when they've got it? And this is a really good question. A lot of people just basically give you fluff answers. How are you going to know? Because you will see a change in their behavior, in their thoughts, in their feelings, and their action. So whatever it is, if you were, for example, having them enjoy the training or that they were going to learn quickly and easily, you would see some behavioral outcomes that would indicate that. Okay, that's it for now. If you want to learn more about neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, then please check out the link below to enjoy 20 free videos and tons of great free resources. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube or on a video sharing site, feel free to subscribe to my videos. Thanks for watching.